Hello folks, Angel here. Today I'm going to be showing you some newer guns that I modified, which are slightly better than my older guns. And then I want to show you guys how to place sentry guns better, because yes, sentry guns are being used a lot less. Well, it's always been that not a lot of people use sentry guns on Payday 2 because they're a bit underpowered. I do believe that with the new skill tree that Overkill is working on, they will be improving sentry guns by a lot. They're doing a complete revamp on the technician skill tree. Alright, let me get straight into the inventory. Now the first gun I'm going to show you guys is a LMG, the KSP light machine gun, which I found was quite a nice LMG to use. I used to use the Brenner, but the KSP is kind of stole my heart a bit now. On the pistols, I just want to show you this. Remember, the Interceptor is the equipped one. So equipped, this is the Interceptor, and this is my signature .40, which I told you guys was my favorite pistol for if I'm doing like normal hard or very hard stages, then I'll take that one. But for Overkill and for Deathwish, I only take my Desert Eagle. I will still be comparing the Desert Eagle with a few other pistols in the future, and if I do find something that works better for me, I will put a video up. As always, remember, this is just for personal preference. I am not saying that the one pistol is better than the other. This is just my own personal preference. As you can see, the Interceptor pistol, one extra round in the magazine, slightly more total ammo, 9 more rounds. Your rate of fire also slightly faster. Damage 1 less. That's not a big thing. Accuracy 92, so on par with the signature. Stability 4 points higher, and concealment 2 points higher. Slightly less threat generation. That's not gonna change much. So this is why the Interceptor became my favorite pistol now, and he will be replacing my signature .40. And as you can see, also very low value pistol. Let me show you how it looks. Actually looks quite impressive. Quite a pretty handgun. Alright, that was the first one. And then let me just show you a quick picture of this LMG. Really looks badass. Without further ado, let's get into the safe house. Now there is a few things that not everybody knows about LMGs. I'm just going to give general information. Now a LMG means it's a light machine gun. It's going to have a lot of recoil and so on. So if you're using it like this, without the bipod out, as you can see, I've modified this one. It does pull to the sides, but not as much as a standard LMG. So this you can still use for your close quarters combat to a degree. Alright, let's reload this baby. Remember, very long reload times with the LMG. I'm not going to pin the targets up, so you don't need to crouch. I'm just crouching because it'll just look better. It depends on which key you've got it mapped to, but on my setup it's 4. And you need to just look carefully. Just move the mouse around and keep pressing 4, and you will see you will deploy the bipod. As you can see, I've got the laser sight out, and as you saw while I was moving around, the stability, it makes it shake around quite a bit. But now with it being deployed, I mean, look at this. It's not even flinching, and as you can see, that is quite a distance, and the grouping is pretty close together, and look how I'm running through the rounds. Now, why would you use an LMG? Simple reason, threat generation, because each bullet that is fired generates threat. And as you saw, I was shooting a lot of bullets. And another thing with this, let me just show you guys this as well. Remember, when you deploy it, you've only got a certain arc in which you can fire. So always when you deploy, make sure you've either got a friend covering your back, or you've got your back up against a wall. Just another tip for whoever uses an LMG. Now, let me get to sentry turrets. Now, a lot of people give sentry turrets a bad rep, and yes, they are a bit... I can do more damage bringing 2 bags of ammo than bringing 2 sentry guns, but using them in the right situation can really help you out of a pinch. What do I mean with that? I mean, usually when you are exfiltrating or leaving a heist, the cops are really pushing to get you. And sometimes it happens that 1 or 2 of your crew members get downed, and then you are trying to help them up, and then the cops keep shooting at you. I mean, in one of those situations. Then the ideal thing would be to throw 2 sentry turrets out, and then the cops will most probably leave you alone and go for the sentry turrets. While the sentry turrets are busy covering you, you can resurrect your team members that are fallen. It's just to give you a bit of breathing room if you want to use it like that. Now remember, the weakness with sentry turrets at the moment is shields. Alright, so for instance, if this little room here, if I had to put a sentry turret here, now he's facing that way, and a shield comes around this corner, he's going to keep shooting the shield and nothing will happen. Any other cops, he will blow them away, but shields will just absorb all of his bullets. That is where you come in. Remember, you need to flank. Like I mentioned in one of my previous videos, you need to place the sentry turret. So for instance, if the enemies were coming from this side where I'm standing now, and they are engaging me and I am standing over there where I'm shooting now or where I'm pointing with the laser, a good place to put your turret will be in a flanking position. So put your turret here, for instance, okay, and then you fight off the cops from here. Because if a shield comes and you don't have a weapon to deal with shields, you can keep the shield busy. As he comes closer, your turret will get him from the side, or the shield will turn towards the turret and then you shoot him. Use them strategically. Let me show you another example. This is like just to cut off whoever's coming from the side, and if you have sufficient skill you can refill them as well, but remember, they're very ammo hungry, so use it sparingly. Another way for you to, I'm just looking for a good example, a nice hidden spot. Let's use this for instance. This is also a good way. He's got a lot smaller arc of fire, but you know this section that he is covering, he's pretty safe here. Why do I say that? Let's have a look at what the police will see. Alright, the police will see him from the front and he will fire at the police from the front. Okay, that's fine. But should a police officer or a cloaker or whatever come from the side, he can't shoot at the turret, and the turret doesn't need to turn this way, with other words, waste time to fire at the cops flanking the turret. So the cops are going to approach him from the side, and once they get here, it's a very small turn and then the turret will start firing at them. Always remember, your turret placement is the most important part. You need to really look at it carefully. Don't just pop a turret in the middle of the ground and then just scream YOLO and then run away. That's not how you're supposed to use turrets. Only when you really need the turret to be a distraction for you to get away. Other than that, place your turrets in strategic positions and they will do wonders for you. Alright, remember the logistics. And yeah, that's about it. As always, stay safe and see you guys next time.